Personnel, Perry.
Newtown Borough is seeking volunteers. I'm going to go through each committee and board, but in total I count at least 7 vacancies or expiring terms in which the person whose term is expiring has elected not to continue in the position. So we have at least 7 openings for borough committee, board, and commission positions, and 3, in addition to 3, on the Newtown Corporation. On the Civil Service Commission, Mr. Buck would like reappointment. On the Building Code Board of Appeals, there's 1 vacancy, and Mr. Johnson's eligible for reappointment. On the Environmental Advisory Council, there was 1 recent resignation resulting in 1 opening, and Mr. De Silva would like reappointment to his position. On HARB, Mr. Hutchinson would like reappointment, and then there are 2 vacancies, 1 opening and or 1 expiring term and 1 recent resignation. On the Joint Historic Commission, Ms. Frudenthal would like reappointment. The Long-Term Parking Committee, I think, is not a termed position,
No.
right?
It's ad hoc, and it's just...
And the Newtown Area Telecommunications Advisory Commission is not currently active. Is that correct?
That's correct.
The Newtown Corporation, as I indicated, there are currently 2 vacancies and 1 expiring term which will be available, so 3 openings on the Newtown Corporation. On the Planning Commission, Mr. Snyder would like reappointment, and then there are 2 vacancies, 1 expiring term and 1 recent resignation. On the Zoning Hearing Board, Ms. O'Neill would like reappointment. The borough is also seeking a grants facilitator and has received 1 letter of inquiry with respect to that position. And on the Shade Tree Commission, there's at least one opening. I'm not entirely sure as to the status of the other 2.
Was it? I thought it was the one that was expiring, but John was staying on. Is that the situation there?
John said he'll stay on until a replacement is found.
Oh, okay. So it's an ad hoc.
We're encouraged to actively seek a replacement.
Okay.
So anyone interested in any of those positions, please contact Borough Secretary Marcia Scull at the Borough office. Send me an email, give me a call, and we will get an application. There have been a number of applications already to the Planning Commission. I believe more than there are positions, so we may be able to involve some of the other Planning Commission applicants in other committees and boards, and we look forward to working with a new crew of people in 2011.
Hey, Perry, since we typically would be making those appointments at the January 10th meeting, whatever the Tuesday meeting is. The 11th. Okay, I'm sorry, I don't have that virtual calendar in my head. The January 11th meeting, is there a date by which you would like to receive completed applications?
The earlier the better. Ideally, we'll set a deadline of January 3rd, which is the Monday after New Year's.
Okay, thank you very much. Reed Slate's Properties.
2 brief items. First is Pickering Field. As everyone recalls, the Pickering Field use was an issue going back in time that generated a lot of discussion, and also an agreement for use of the field for baseball, which we've just finished the first season under. And what I plan on doing, and I've spoken with the league about, and also I've begun to speak with some of the neighbors, is scheduling a meeting, which looks like it'll be late January now, to do a bit of a review of the season just finished, and to talk about any issues, and hopefully be able to have some discussion and dialogue to resolve anything outstanding. I was hoping to have a date proposed for that this evening, but that is something I'll talk about at the January meeting, so we'll probably have it in late January. And there'll be plenty of opportunity for those interested to come out and attend. We'll have it at Borough Hall. If there's not a question, I'll move on to the second. The second item is the purchase of generator for the police station. This is a need which is recognized going back some time. Because of the value of the work to be done, which is to say it exceeding, in all probability, $4,000, we do need 3 quotes for the work to be done. We do not have 3 quotes as of tonight, although we have 3 parties who are willing and able to provide those. So this is something that I'll suggest we put on the agenda for January.
Okay. Did you have a question?
It'll be a budget issue in January. It will be a budget issue in January. Is there no way we can work around it in terms of accepting the lowest of the 3 bids?
Not really, because 2 of the 3 are not in writing yet. 2 of the 3 are not in writing. And part of the issue with the one we did receive was that it was not specific as to the make and model of the equipment, which we now have. And my concern, very frankly, with the other 2 quotes is that we be truly comparing apples with apples. And there is work to be done in terms of tying it into the existing system, which the 2 other parties need to take a look at it before they generate their quotes for the labor end of things. So as much as I would like to see it done within the 2010 budget year as well, it is not going to be doable given the numbers we have.
Paul, there's no way we can authorize the liaison on the streets, roads, and properties to act with prudence in selecting the right bid?
It sounds like he says, requirement under the statute is to have 3 telephonic bids, but the problem seems to be that it's not clear whether or not those bids are all for the same thing. So I don't think that he's in a position to recommend that council act based on the lack of clarity on those bids. So I wouldn't recommend it at this point.
To be clear and to not have any misunderstanding on this, Bob, as the solicitor just said, it talks about telephonic bids. So, you can imagine almost having a phone call where someone says the bid is X number of dollars. It's $59.50. We don't even have that. If we had that, and I had some confidence that all 3 quotes were dealing with the same equipment and the same labor to go into it to give us a product, then we could do it tonight. But we don't even have that. And much as I hoped we would, it's not able to come together for tonight. We certainly don't want to do anything other than follow the code requirements.
It'll be $5,000 over budget in January. That's my big point. I'm just
I understand.
There's a way to work around it, but it's
Is this coming out of the capital expense budget?
it would come out of the capital expense budget for next year. And we've got it. We've got it in this year's budget.
Didn't we transfer it into the expense budget
Or
for 2010?
we have it for 2010. We don't have it for 2011.
Where's it going?
It's not in 2011.
But we haven't.
It's a non-budgeted item in 2011.
But the ending budget on the capital budget will be...
It's all part of the general fund. You won't have it.
Well, let's see. When we purchased the playground equipment at the end of the year, we transferred money that was not originally. Right, and you put it in. Okay.
Put it into the capital. We put it in the capital account.
Right, so we would have
But see, right now we have money set aside for Tony's capital plan, which
Right.
goes Cinderella at the end of the year. So if we buy it next year, it'll have to come out of the capital reserves in January, just so you're aware. It's a non-budgeted item for next year. And
Right.
we can spend the money, but it's going to come out of
Right.
capital reserves, just so we're all aware.
Well, also on the other hand, and obviously things are different parcels, but we just found out today that we may be able to get funding for the. It'd be nice. So we can have a bake sale for that. No, for the stormwater management ordinance that we thought we were going to be paying for. I realize it's another pocket in the coat with the money, but. It's not, there's money that gets shifted from one place to another. If we get funding there, we haven't spent money that we don't have. It's just not allocated that way. Is that correct? Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay, so you'll be getting information to us in January?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.